Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy TechFinney. I've been on vacation. I just got back from vacation a few moments ago. So we're gonna come back with a new video, and this video is for authentication with C++. And we're gonna have a login information, the username, and everything else. So let's get right to it. All right. Let me show you how it works. Um, okay. We're gonna have close that. We're gonna have admin. All right. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's what it is going to look like. Okay, if we put the wrong information, we're gonna put 3 for exit. So we've been locked out. We're gonna try one more time, and then just for identification, we're gonna put a different name that is not the admins, and then we're gonna put a different password. Okay, it's not gonna work. They have 3 options. They have 2 attempts. If they don't do it within that time frame, within the how many attempts they have, it will say access denied. Okay, so that's the premise of the video. So we're gonna drop right to the coding. All right, so we're gonna start with obviously include our string. Okay, always remember that. We're gonna say include our string, and then we're also gonna include our string. So let's keep that. And this is like the formula for all my code. Okay, I always remember, if you go back to my older videos, you're gonna see how I did that. And we're gonna create a main. Okay, now from then on, main. Okay, I don't know why. All right, and then we're gonna open our parentheses and close it. I just like the way it looks, and then we're gonna continue here. In this section, what we're gonna do, we're gonna create different strings, and I'm gonna give some space so that you guys don't get confused. We're gonna create 2 strings for the user and the user password, the username and the user password. Those are 2 strings that we need. Okay. Now that that's done, we're gonna create a string for the correct username and the correct password. So I put admin as the correct username, so that string has been created. Always make sure to put your semicolons, and then we're gonna continue. We're gonna do the same for creating a password. Okay. In this section, we're gonna create another string, and we're gonna say correct password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna continue. As I said, always remember to put your semicolons. Okay, and then we're gonna put end attempt. The end attempts is gonna start from 0, because we wanna make sure like we can use the loop will start from 0, and then that way we can continue. Okay, we're gonna say int attempts equal to 0. We're gonna create a constant now that is gonna be a maximum of 3. So that way, like, they have only 3 attempts. Continue that. And then we're gonna see out, just to make it look good, we're gonna see out, let's say see out like welcome, right? See out like welcome to the secure login system. Okay. This way, like, whenever they press the output, we're gonna see welcome to the secure login system. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna create a while loop. Okay, that's very important. Okay, in this section, we're gonna put the attempt. As I said, attempt is starting from 0, so we already have the value of 0, and we also have the maximum attempts at 3. Okay, and we're just gonna continue. All right. I don't like this code line as much. All right, so I'm gonna remove this. This is Copilot's doing. I don't like it. I don't want it. So we're gonna remove this. Okay, and we're gonna say, let's put a cout for the username and a cout with getline, so that the user can input the information. Okay. All right. Let's try that. We're gonna do both. Okay. We're gonna say cout enter username, and then we're gonna say cout enter password. That way, like, the user can input that information within the while loop. Okay. We're gonna create an if else statement. Okay. We're gonna say, hey, if the user name, which is like the string that we created here, is equal to the correct username, therefore you have logged in successfully. Okay, so that's what the if statement is doing here. If they're equal to each other, correct. If this password is equal to the correct password, then you have logged in. That's it. Okay. let's do that. All right, let's do that real quick. Put it here. Say if the user is equal to the correct username, that is correct. The password is equal to the correct password name, then we're good. Okay, and we're gonna see out an output. Let's say, hey, you have completely logged in. You don't have anything to worry about. Okay, so let's say, hey, you have logged in. Okay, all right, you don't have to worry about anything else. Let's continue. Now we're gonna put options for the user. All right, options will let the user know, hey, this is like, you have option one, you can view your account. Option two, we're gonna say, hey, you can change your password. And option three is gonna be like, you can exit and you can log out the system. Okay. Okay. In this section, we're gonna say, hey, options, and we also put a sin here. The sin allows the user to put whichever option they choose. The reason why you see this is because it skip a line. Okay. The dash n, I spoke about it in my previous videos. It's like a way of skipping lines instead of putting an L. Okay, and you can do that within a cout. Okay. Boom. Let's continue here. All right. We're gonna say if option one is correct, then you are have the correct username. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna start with if option one. Okay. And then we're gonna continue with the else statement. Here we're gonna say if option option if it's option is equal to one, your username, all right, it's okay. Else if you can put like it's gonna give you like the username, which is gonna be admin. All right. If so I can see more information about the account. Okay. You can also put like see out the password, right? That is your prerogative. You can try that out. Okay, you can put see out right here for the password, and it will show the user's password. Else if, because now the second option is you can change your password, right? You can create we created a new string, say new password, and you can enter the new password. Okay, this is what this is doing. All right, the user now can enter the new password. Now the value of the correct password has changed to the new password. All right, and then we're gonna continue here. It's gonna say password successfully changed. All right, else you can log out of the system. All right, in between that, I'm gonna put a return. I like to put a return zero here. Okay. Don't ask me why. Go back and look at my other videos. All right, I'm gonna put a link to it. You guys can go see it. Now, else we're gonna put else statement outside of this. Okay. Now, still in a while loop. We're gonna put else statement here. That says, hey, this is outside of the. You gotta understand. This is a nested if else statement. All right, this if right here isn't nested, so it's within this if. Okay, so else outside of this is gonna be else. Okay. Else. Boom. Return zero. Okay. I know why I'm getting an error here. Okay. Yes. Okay. I was just missing a parenthesis right here. Line 42. And I just added it, and then that was it. So now we can run our code. Um, but first thing first, like let's look at the else statement, okay? Because I didn't get a chance to do that. Else statement. It will say, hey, see out and correct username or password, okay? And it's gonna say, hey, this is the amount of attempts that you have, right? So attempts are gonna go what? +1, right? So it's gonna end up to how many attempts? 3, okay? If attempts is inferior to the maximum attempt, then you say, hey, try again. This is how many attempts that you have left. Okay. So else you bypass the amount of attempts, therefore you have like you have no more access. So we know that the attempt is going to be equal to 3. Therefore, like we know that hey, the maximum every single time the person will put an attempt, so this is increasing. So every single time they will put an attempt, it'll go back to like the maximum and say, hey, like you have less than that, you have less than that, you have less than that, and it's gonna be equal to 0. Okay. So once it's equal to 0, you have failed. Therefore, you have lost your access. So this is what the code is. Explanation, everything. So we're gonna run it, and then we're gonna see this. We're gonna say admin, and then we're gonna say admin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. And we're gonna put for this part, let's say view account. All right. And say, hey, your username is admin. Right, as you can see. And we're gonna stop this. We're gonna run it, and this time we're gonna say the same thing that we did in the beginning of the video. Finay, da da da. All right, it's gonna say incorrect, and as every single time you're gonna see attempt, try again. Attempt is da da da. It's going down. Right, the beginning attempt was 3, so now it's decreasing because of the minus. All right, minus attempt. All right, so it's gonna be what? If it's gonna be 0. Now we have no more attempt for this one, and it's gonna say too many attempts. Therefore, your access has been denied. Okay, so that will be it. Okay, so if there's any questions, feel free to put it in the comments. If you have any questions about the code, I'll be putting this code in my repo, and you guys can go check it out. And thank you so much for watching the video. As I said, like, if you learn something new from this channel, if you learn something new from this video, make sure to like and subscribe. It's good for the algorithm. It makes me continue, and so that other people can see it. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and look out for the next video.